Suzuki GZ125 Marauder for sale on eBay. In the paperwork it comes with this V5 registration document, 9 former keepers, HPI check certificate that shows the bike is all completely clear. It has its last MOT test certificate which expired in July 2013. It's got a receipt there for some bits, battery and a spark plug, that sort of thing. Got a photocopied service manual, probably a Haynes or something I suspect, and a couple of other little bits from DVLA and that kind of thing, so nothing much in there. Looking around the bike, this bike is generally quite rusty and suitable for spares or repair. At the front of my gull has been hand painted. Let's show you some other things around the bike. Now this starter buttons which had broken at some point, and somebody had fitted this accessory starter switch on there. It's not designed to be a starter switch, but anyway, it does work. I've tried it, but it isn't nice. I'm sure you could fix the proper switch or get a replacement switch from that if you wanted to repair the bike. You can see here the handlebars have been sort of creased and they're rusty and that kind of thing at some point in the past. You can see there the rust is pretty severe on the chain, on this rear shock absorber and that kind of thing. Of course, it obviously wouldn't affect the running of if you wanted to use it, but it just doesn't look very nice. This front left foot peg looks like it's been welded to me in the past, so somebody's probably caught that at some point. They do stick out down there, you can catch them on things if you're not careful, and that's obviously when it was last taxed. The fork legs are rusty. What else can I show you? This rear right indicator doesn't work. I suspect either a connection or a bulb on that would be my first choice. The stop lamps front and rear don't work on that. As they both don't work, I'd probably look at the bulb on that first, if not probably the switches that have got corroded where the bike's been sitting for some time. You can also see here the corner of the number plate is snapped off. The drive chain is rusty. There again, I expect if you lubricated that, you probably get a fair bit of mileage out of it, but it isn't a very nice thing on there. Most people would change a rusty chain if it gets rusty. I mean, just because it's rusty doesn't mean it's worn, but obviously it's obviously not in a good state. The engine is generally a bit noisy. It's 40,000 miles, which is more than most 125s, I suppose, when you look round. It sounds a bit tappety and a little bit timing chainy, but nothing terrible. I think people who know bikes would listen to that and say that sounds a bit worn in the top or wants adjusting or something, you know. So I suspect there's probably nothing severe in there to worry about. It probably just wants some maintenance, I should think. But anyway, there's that. The battery on the bike, I've had it on an Optimate battery optimizer, and it does show that it's in good condition, but I kind of got my doubts about that. The optimizer readings aren't always as accurate as they could be, so you might have to replace the battery if you're going to fit that battery to that bike and try and start using it. The rear brake is seizing on. I think it's a cable operated, or a rod operated thing. I think it might be part cable and part rod. Can't quite see it in the picture there, but anyway, it is sticking on a bit, so you're going to need to free that off before you use it, along with a load of other jobs that have been associated with the bike sitting for some time as well. I noticed the front tyre isn't that good, but I would think it would probably go through an MOT. Anyway, if you've got any other questions, do ask and I'll tell you what I know.